All right. Well, hello everyone. My name is Brittany and it is 8:56 a.m.
Hello, my name is David, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wait,
Time zones are hard.
how did 4 minutes happen? how did that happen?
The screen is so dark. No, I can't see. Yeah, no, it's 2:04. Sorry,
Okay.
I rounded it down. I
Oh,
rounded it down.
you like took a
Yeah,
whole hour
yeah.
off. Good. Good. We are so good at time. Just like come to us. We are the time wizards. We are very good at time. That's my official title is Brittany Lee Time Wizard.
Well, technically, if I'm starting at 2 here, you're 4 minutes late on the stream in America. I'm on time.
uh uh-uh.
Yeah,
That's not how that
I
works.
said 2. I said 2 o'clock.
That's not how that works at all. Oh man. Well, I think we had a really good celebration last week.
Yeah.
I think we did a really good job of celebrating our return. We are victorious. We have returned to our kingdom. Um, and so I would like to say I think it really inspired me to I think I'm gonna pick up like a new career of being a
Right?
musician. I really
Oh,
like
right.
I was inspired by my music that I created. We made a lot of
What?
music last week. We made a
I was
lot of
definitely
music.
inspired. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I did a little bit of like soul searching and I think I found my instrument. All right, so let me just play a little bit for you, okay?
Oh boy, here we go. Bring it.
Oh, I've lost it. Hang on.
You've got a fucking kazoo.
There it is. There it
There we
is.
go. Oh dear. Why you... Why you do this?
I'm a musician now, David.
No,
You cannot take this
no.
from me. This is
That's
this is
not.
my true calling.
That is not an official woodwind instrument.
I never said I was picking up a woodwind instrument.
No.
Excuse you, I don't speak Opanese. Oh,
My kazooies.
kazoo. I am going to be the first person in the world to perform a solo one woman concert on the kazoo.
Do you know, do you know what? Kazoo fascinates me. It's probably one of the most fun instruments to play, but it's one of the most pointless because it's never ever going to be taken seriously.
I would
It's like,
absolutely love to see someone try to do it too. Like the recorder. I don't know if you ever had any experience with the recorder.
yeah,
Um, but like for me, that was like an essential part of the elementary school experience was playing the recorder. And
yeah.
I have never once in my life heard someone play the recorder and it not be a joke.
No,
Like,
no, yeah, exactly.
all right, we learned the skill of making loud noises, I guess, when I was like
What
8.
the thing with the recorder is mainly is it's a stepping stone onto, say, a flute and onwards. So it's the
It's
first.
not though. You never play the recorder sideways. If anything, it
No,
would
no,
be
no.
like an oboe or a saxophone. But
But
still, it's a different. I hate I not kazoos. I love kazoos. I hate recorders.
yeah, but if you ask anyone who played a woodwind, they probably started with a recorder. Why is it called a recorder? Answer me that. It
Because
doesn't
it
do any
records
recording.
your sins.
No.
and then just forgets them
Yeah,
immediately.
that's a strange one. Yeah, I remember. I record it probably the easiest, apart from the kazoo, probably the easiest instrument to pick up.
Yeah, because there's like 2 notes.
what, what recorder did you have? Just 2 holes on it.
There was actually only one, and it was just open and close. That was the one note, that was the other.
The only song you were able to do was the Laurel and Hardy theme.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So, David, what have you been up to?
Work this week. It's been a very worky week this week.
Yeah, did you pick up anything new and interesting from work?
Yes, I did actually.
Yeah?
Yes. So,
What you
what
got?
I have here
Some
is
good cereal sounds.
some. If only it tasted as good as it sounds. So, what I have here is at my shop I work at, my workplace. Our owners like to stock American brands and products. So
Like your boss already.
Yeah, and we've got in some American Fanta flavors that we don't have here. We've got cherry vanilla Dr Pepper, which isn't here, but we've got them now.
Oh, Dr.
And
Pepper.
I know that's the best one we do.
I need it right now.
But I've on the weekends now they got me working in their sort of brother shop in a different village, and in that shop they sell American cereals.
Okay, now for the podcast listeners, I just want to be clear that when David says American cereal, he means Super Mario cereal.
Like, you would never get this shit here.
That's literally, though, that feels like the most American thing, even though, like, Mario is not necessarily just an American, like, brand, but, like, the branding of taking something that you enjoy as like a game or something else and saying this is a cereal now, that's very American.
Now we got loads there. We've got all the Fruit Loops. There's 2 Fruit Loops. There's the normal one and there's like a tropical one or something. I don't know. I nearly got it.
I haven't had cereal in years and now I want it so bad. I might have to go out to the store and buy milk and cereal just because of this Ding Dang podcast.
We have the Oreos, sort of like cookie ones. We've got the cookie ones here, but they're not the same.
Now, can you really consider that cereal? That's literally just cookies and milk.
Hang
on, let me just have a socially acceptable way to have cookies for breakfast.
But the thing is, one thing I noticed was they all have got marshmallows in them.
Oh, no, they don't all have it, but a large portion of.
The ones that we sell, literally every single one has marshmallows in. And now I picked up the one I hadn't heard of before, and this was the Mario one. I did not know this existed, and fucking how this exists. This exists. For the stream viewers, look at that lovely face of Mario. Look at that naughty man there.
What a naughty man.
Yeah, eat my marshmallows. Now I had some of this last night.
I'm sorry, is that Mario saying that?
Yeah, eat my marshmallows.
It's like a really bad insult. Come on, eat my marshmallows. Oh my god.
I am a naughty boy. Eat my marshmallows.
It's not even a good innuendo. It's not even good. Oh my god.
Well, I had some last night, and from what I can describe it, someone who's British, it is literally like having a bowl of granulated sugar with a spoon and some milk. And that is exactly how it tastes. There is no flavour, but there's sugar in this.
No, now, David. Let me just reveal upon you something that we have decided is very necessary to our cereal culture. So, I would say the biggest brand of cereal with marshmallows in it is Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
So,
that was. I nearly bought those.
yeah, so that's like the top of like when you think of cereal with marshmallows in it, you think Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Lucky Charms makes a box of all marshmallows to buy and purchase and consume. This is that is the epitome of the American cereal industrial complex, and it needs to be stopped. That is my new mission in life. I need to stop this cereal industrial complex.
I can't get over this.
Yeah, it's not great. Now here, let me add something on top of that, David. Like I know we talk in like both seriousness and non-seriousness about the amount of sugar Americans consume. You could so let me back up. There's different types of milk, and I grew up drinking soy milk, which there's so many different variations that you can go in and get. And I usually would get like vanilla, like it's slightly sweetened but not really super sweetened, just because soy by itself is a very strong flavor. But there's another brand, the brand I buy, there's another variation on a vanilla called Very Vanilla, which is just like extra sugar. So you could take very vanilla soy milk and pour it onto a bowl of all marshmallows, Lucky Charms cereal, and that could be considered breakfast. And I don't know. Like, this is why cereal must be stopped.
I was thinking last night when I was eating this, one thing I'm looking forward to trying, it's probably a really silly thought, but it's a genuine one. Having never been anywhere else in the world, does your milk taste a little bit different to ours? Because it did not complement this at all.
Well,
they just didn't go well together.
I feel like
it was just standard semi-skimmed.
See, I'm really a bad judge of that. Like in general, first of all, I wouldn't know. But second of all, I also wouldn't know because I don't drink dairy milk. Just in general, like it just does not agree with me, and I don't like the flavor of it, and I haven't had cereal in so long. So honestly, my palate is like way left field, where I'm like, I don't even like it at all. But I can imagine it probably does taste a little bit different because the American dairy industry is like huge, unless you get your milk from America, which I doubt it.
No. Yeah. I get it flown in. The only way I can eat this.
I'm sure there's some rich fella out there who's like, darling, it must fly in my American milk. My American milk. Milk? I need my American milk, darling.
Milk. Oh, shut up. If you're going to say milk, I will travel over there in my big fucking jet and smack you if you call it milk.
I'm just making a joke, David. Lighten up.
But this is a serious thing.
It's a cereal thing.
It's a cereal thing. I am a serial killer, Mario.
Yeah, if anyone's gonna be a serial killer, Mario would be top of my suspect list.
Yeah, and there's a game on the back, so we've got a maze on the back.
David, Detective David, we've got a serial killer on the loose. I'm putting on the pinboard with all the strings and pins and things. Mario, he's right at the top there. I don't know. What do you think, Detective David?
But on the back, there are questions, and... No. It will go alongside it, because, right, with the maze, to go alongside Detective, so at the bottom, we've got, is it Bowser and, what's the Princess Peach?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's Princess Peach, and I think there's a Princess Daisy. I'm really hip and cool with the kids. I know all of these things.
To go along with our little story of Detective, it's like those two are detectives and they're after Mario, who's fucking running off at the top.
We've got to go in the maze, Detective.
Yeah, you've got to find the right way to get to Mario so they can handcuff the bastard. Now, and on their way, they have to answer these silly questions. Okay, so Number 1 was what was Mario's original name? A. Mario, B. Jumpman, C. Wario, or D. Mr. Mustache.
There's like 2 gargoyles like halfway through the maze, and they're like, one of us tells the truth, and one of us tells a lie. You must guess which one is which, and we also will give you a clue. Mario's real name, his identity was stolen, and now find out his real name. It was Naughty Man. No, it was Mr. Mustache. And it's like, detective, we gotta get through.
Talking of naughty, the next one. Which character trait describes Mario? A. Courageous, B. Shy, C. Mysterious, D. Naughty. Look at that naughty face. I'm a naughty boy.
I'm a naughty boy. Yes, he's guilty of being a serial killer. He's very naughty.
He hides his secrets under that mustache.
That's why his mustache is so big. Just
and the marshmallows are the marshmallows are made out of the poor souls he's murdered. Look at eating my marshmallows. It hides the evidence.
I know we talked about not really engaging with the chat, but
have we got a chat in there?
We do a chat. Well, the chat says that Yoshi is guilty of tax fraud, and I agree. David's no longer in the camera. Oh my gosh. Oh man, this is the problem with us doing a stream, because we're doing a podcast. We're really trying to like keep our podcast vibe, but oh, that's so good.
That's great.
That's so great. Good. Oh man. Okay. Do we want to maybe start doing icebreakers?
Yeah, bring one in.
Let me find my mouse. Okay. So, icebreaker is, would you rather lose your sense of smell or be a ghost? Now, you gotta remember, when you're a ghost, you can smell, but without your sense of smell, you really can't get those good smell molecules of the marshmallows. Man, can't smell it if you lose your sense of smell.
Well, if you lose your sense of smell, do you lose your taste as well?
Okay, well, they are, but within this fiction we're creating, is it?
You can still taste. So, if I lost my sense of smell, I'd have to go around tasting things so I could get
like a butterfly.
Like. Yeah.
Go around just licking people.
I can't smell that candle, so I've got to go lick it so I know what it smells like.
Don't worry about me. I'm just smelling things.
Oh, you smell nice. Does he? Let me lick him.
Let me just real quick lick your cologne. I can only imagine that would go over better for you than it would for me.
Yeah. I think in that case, I would have to be a ghost. I think, yeah. No, actually, no. I think it'd be pretty fun to creep people out if I have to lick them every time when they say, "Oh, smell my cologne." Go, hello. Very yummy. Oh, that's a strong one.
And now what I'm wondering is, if you're a ghost and you have like a shtick, like ghosts have shticks, right? I would know this being a ghost tour guide for a year and a half. Like every ghost has a stick.
A stick, and they whack people with them.
Yeah, it's a ghost stick. I said shtick. Shtick.
Yeah, I was joking.
Not a joke, no.
Oh no, Mario.
Okay, so ghost stick is like licking. Can you imagine?
What?
Can you imagine if you're just sitting there and you just feel a slobbery, like, wet tongue on you, but you turn around and there's nothing there?
So what, are you just a creepy ghost?
It's just a creepy ghost.
Hey there.
Or maybe it's a ghost dog. Maybe that's what happened.
Friend?
Huh?
Friend?
Oh man. So if you were a ghost, what would your shtick be? Because I know what mine would be.
Instead of creeping up and we going, "Ooh," it would be with a kazoo. Fucking those wasps are in the house again.
I can't do it. Hang on. I feel like I sound like I'm dying now.
The ghost is dying. Again.
The ghost is dying again. Don't worry. That's
So,
just our ghost who dies every day.
If that's the case, then, did you die with your kazoo?
Yeah. No, the kazoo is what killed me.
Because so now you have to live with the kazoo.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's a bit deeper than that. The meaning's deeper. So you were killed with the kazoo.
Yeah.
And now you have to live with that in the back of your head as you then hurt people with the kazoo as a ghost. Are you kazooing people at the back of the head and dribbles coming out of it? That's why it's going down the back of their neck. Is that what's going on?
It's like right by your ear. It's like when when like a fly goes by your ear and it's like a really big loud fly and like it's so close that you're like, oh god, and like you can feel it. So it's just like.
Or are you just going to be like pretending to be a stupid mosquito on the top of the roof you can hear on the other side of the room? The worst noise in the world. When you're trying to concentrate, no headphones on, and in the background you just hear just on the top of it, it's like a mosquito.
But then the mosquito was like
so they all join in, they got like a jazz group.
What do you think I'm playing? I'm trying to do the Jaws theme.
Sounded like contemporary jazz.
All right, well then here, let's get a little jazz in here. I feel like we lost the rhythm a little bit.
Yeah, jazz has no rules.
Jazz is about being free.
Yes, musicians are scared of jazz.
That's just jazz, baby. Playing the Jaws theme on the kazoo. That's just jazz, baby.
Does no structure scare you?
It's just jazz, baby. Just jazz.
And that's jazz.
And that's jazz, baby.
There you go.
Darling, that's just jazz. Don't worry about the murder I committed. That's just jazz.
Just jazz.
Just jazz. Do you want another question?
I apologize for the noise you might hear in the background. Can you hear it?
I can, yeah.
Yeah, that's my rabbit having a drink, I'm afraid.
Do you want to like we'll just like chill on stream, but like edit it out on the podcast?
Well, nice. She looked at me, gave me a look saying, I can see you're recording. I'm going to go take a drink.
I don't fucking care.
No, she fucking don't.
I'm a rabbit, I don't fucking care.
Oh, dear.
I'll take a drink while we're
chatting. I would say I would try and make that into another tune, but I did not have enough time last time, and it was really rushed.
It was so good. No, I loved it.
Yeah. Right,
oh yeah, I think it's good. Again,
this
is a dang dung podcast. We don't have to be good. There's no requirement for us to be good.
She's drinking out of a water bottle that's got no water in it.
Oh, good. Sorry, babe.
She's just doing it to piss me off. She just looked at me. Thank you. Now stop. No, okay.
Well, this is the great part of streaming.
Yeah. So, Physics 131. It's nice to have you here.
Thanks. I don't know if they're there anymore.
I hope so.
but
Say
it's
hello if
okay.
you are. Hola!
Hola. Okay. So, would you like another icebreaker?
Yes, bring us to the next one. Let's go.
Would you rather make a movie of your life before you are 21 or be bitten by a were spider? Now, this is different than a spider wolf.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Just to be clear.
It was almost back. It was almost back.
Oh, man.
Say the first one again.
Would you rather make a movie of your life before you were 21 or be bitten by a were spider?
Movie before I was 21.
I don't think anything exciting happened before I was 21.
I've had quite an eventful life so far.
That's
and I
true.
think I would like the rest of it to be quite calm.
If I make a movie about what happened before 21, nothing else will happen.
Yeah, and then I can just get on with my life.
Make the documentary, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, man. There is an actual real-life documentary in town right now, and, like, I don't know a lot about what they're doing, but I see them every now and again, and I'm like, hey, my people, keep doing you, dudes.
Do you know what? I watched a documentary last year on Netflix.
Yeah.
And it was set in your town.
What?
Yeah, Erie.
What was it called?
It's the
Oh, is it the Pizza Bomber one?
Yeah, I'd never heard of that before.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Welcome to Erie. Our biggest thing that we're known for is the Pizza Bomber. So that's good. Not our cool amusement park or the lake or anything else. No. We're on the shore. Nothing. We're on the shore is actually really cool. Not even time zones are hard. Not even time zones are hard. To be fair, that's only half set in Erie. So, yeah. Yeah, it's, you know, it's bad when the, like, one thing, like, the top thing that comes up on Google about your city is, like, a bad case.
Yeah. I forgot, oh, what's it called again? Evil Genius, it's called.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched it. I had my knee surgery, and I was in bed at home and going through Netflix, and then that was on. It just came on. So I put it on literally the first 5 minutes. Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so hopefully this documentary is better. I think the documentary they're doing is, like, about entrepreneurs, like, within Erie, which will be really cool. Because there's a lot of cool stuff happening in Erie. Like, there's a lot of businesses that are just, like, growing and doing cool stuff. So, yeah, hopefully. But what's funny is, like, I'm not a documentary filmmaker, and I'm really not, like, I'm really not quite available to do, like, full-time crew work. So, like, I see them, and I'm like, I see you. I know what you're doing. But we're, like, walking, like, parallel paths. Like, I'm not going to cross over. Like, good. They came into the shop one day and just, like, it was, okay, let me just tell you, whatever style of documentary they were doing was very intimidating because, like, I ended up being on screen because the guy, one of the main guys they were filming was coming in to talk to my boss on camera. And so they wanted to film him coming into the shop and ordering a coffee. And I was the only one that was like, I guess I'll do it. And I mean, like, to be fair, I looked pretty good that day. So I didn't feel too bad. But I had immediately made a huge mess right before he had come in. And there was a woman with a kid in front of him. And so I'm, like, panicking because I made a huge mess. I had to redo the drink. And then, like, turn around and there's a camera and, like, a boom mic. Like, I've done this. I know how this works. But I've never done it in a situation where it's not scripted. So I'm like, here are some teas. Please try one. Thank you. Like, I have a full acting for camera minor. Like, I know how to act, but this wasn't acting. This was supposed to be yourself. And I was like, hello, camera in my face. I'm not looking at you, I promise. It was a wild experience. Like, and there's different styles of making documentary. Like, there's a lot of documentaries that are just interviews. There are some, like, the way they were doing it was, like, we're gonna film this guy doing this thing. Everybody be aware of it. Act natural. And it's kind of like weird to know that someone's coming in and like you're gonna be filmed. Like if a whole crew had just blown in the door, I would have been more shell shocked, but it still would have been less awkward.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it was a wild experience. But the crew was super nice, and they did a really good job of making sure that I signed all the right paperwork and all that jazz. They were super nice. Like I don't fault anyone for it. I've just never had that experience before. Like I've even been on the news before, but it's just a totally different like experience. And
yeah.
It's just wild. So I don't recommend it unless the documentary is about you specifically, which would be cool. If there's a documentary about you, David. So are we going to talk about Gesundheit?
Thank you. That's my hay fever.
If we're doing a documentary about you. Now, I know we just talked about making a movie about your life before you were 21, but I feel like that's the narrative version. So, first let me ask you, if we're doing this narrative version, who would you cast as you?
Sorry. Thank you. I'm rewatching a lot of Breaking Bad at the moment.
Okay.
And I'd love the documentary to be set, or the film to be set when I'm much older.
Okay.
And I would like Jonathan Banks, Mike Ehrmantraut, to play as older Dave.
Well, that's not before you were 21, though. This is the problem.
No, I want him to be the voiceover. I want him to be talking as if it's me at like 60, 70 talking about when I was under 21.
When I was under 21.
All the shit that was happening.
Now, if we were doing a documentary, I feel like we would be doing a documentary about your, like, musical
treatment?
Career?
No, okay, musical career.
What were your rabbits?
No. Don't worry. My musical career, the very short-lived career.
Hey, it's just started. Being nicer to yourself.
Well, I'd hope it would be about me owning a business.
Yeah. How's that going, by the way?
It's slow, obviously.
Yeah.
It'll take time, but it would be nice to have a documentary one day where it's like meet the man who created the superstores across all the world.
And also
from
the
one
cool
little shop
beats.
on eBay. Yeah. Also creates his beats for his own adverts. Buy my stuff. Buy my stuff. Buy my stuff.
Oh man, so there's an actor. I feel like I've told you this before, but there's an actor that every time I see him, I think of you because like your faces are very similar.
John Hamm.
No, Daniel Mays.
Daniel Mays.
And I'm gonna send you a picture of him. This is not a good picture. Let me find a good picture that I can send to you because like your faces just are very. Now he's like older than you. Obviously.
Yeah, I know who this is.
Yeah, so I just feel like if we're doing maybe it's like you play yourself, but then the future you is Daniel Mays.
Yeah,
so
I see that.
I think that would be really cool. I don't know who I would get to play me. Like, I really couldn't tell you who I would want to play me. But I think a documentary about me would be cool. The problem is, like, I probably would be incredibly critical about a documentary about me being a filmmaker. I would be like, hey, I don't like that visual style.
I want you to make a fake documentary about yourself.
Oh, God.
make you look famous.
Okay. I can do that.
As a joke. So it was a mockumentary.
Yeah.
It's the famous filmmaker from Erie producing her own documentary about herself.
About myself.
I would love that.
Actually,
so, like, the credits is literally directed by Britty Lee. A film about Britty Lee.
Oh, God.
Written by Britty Lee. Questions written by Britty Lee.
I'd have to make it very clear that it's, like, a satire. Because...
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, people are just going to think I just think highly of myself.
Ever since I was born,
I was amazing.
Very first line.
You want a new icebreaker?
Go on then.
Would you rather have your favorite song stuck in your head forever or be only able to wear formal attire?
Favorite song stuck in my head. I cannot pull off any formal clothes.
Okay, first of all,
I
it's internet.
really can't.
Anybody can wear a suit.
Yeah, you can wear it, but it just
you gotta get that confidence. You
gotta
wear it.
I went for an interview last year, and I saw a photo. I looked so uncomfortable in a suit. I was like, "Put me in my jammies, please."
See, I would be the opposite. First of all, because my favorite song changes like every day, and second, it's because I can rock a suit. Like I love wearing suits, and the only downfall is like I've considered wearing them at work, and I particularly don't feel like having to try to get coffee out of my nice suit. So the only downfall is like I could look real fly behind the counter, but also I gotta be moving and I gotta be able to get things on me.
Do you know the reason why I would like my favorite song of all time to be played over and over again in my head would be to get rid of all the other songs that are in my head that I've listened to once, like in the past year or so, or a few years. I haven't listened to in a few years, and they pop up. Like yesterday, I genuinely hadn't listened to this song for several years until last night because it was in my head all day yesterday.
Okay.
Genuinely, I was at work and I was just humming it all day. It was a Lonely Island song. Russ Trent. Russ Trent.
I don't think I know that one.
It's where he's a Rastafarian.
Okay.
Yeah, Russ Trent. like I hadn't listened to that in years. Bum ba-dum, da 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 dum. It was just on repeat. Bada ding 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 ding. Whoa. It was annoying me. Like, why is this in my head? So I listened to it. It went, but stuff like that happens all the time. I would like the same song that I like in my head, please. That will get me through work.
You know what's wild? Like, speaking of songs, the other day they were doing like a throwback Thursday or flashback Friday on the radio, and I heard for the first time, I think ever, the radio edit version of Thrift Shop. And radio edits, first of all, are wild, but they, like, didn't say R. Kelly, which, like, granted, good, but also, like, wild. Like, they skipped over a huge verse, but the music was still there. And it was like, okay, I guess.
I know, radio edits are a strange one. I remember I bought so my favourite band are Block Party. And for a while I was collecting a lot of... I've still got them.
Can you just say that one more time, like, slower, with enunciation?
Sorry, that's what I did this.
It kind of sounded... The more I think about it, it kind of sounded like you said butt party.
Butt Party. My favourite band is Butt Party.
Just a party of butts.
Yeah, playing guitar. No, they all just go. Yeah, that. But they've all got kazoos on the end, so they sound like this.
I can't even do it.
Come on. And that's the #1 single from Butt Party. That's the radio edit.
The radio is just...
That's the clean version. That's the one that's been wiped.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so my favourite band are Block Party.
Thank you.
With no K. And for a while I was collecting CDs of radio edits. So it wasn't stuff that you buy in a shop or anything. It was stuff radio stations had that were given from the band that weren't for sale, but over the years they become available through online websites. And
you gotta go faster. That you can't stop. If we're talking about our criminal misdoings, you gotta just ride. You just gotta do it.
I've got
Detective David, have you broken the law?
No, Mario, I promise.
When did I become Mario?
don't fucking know.
I'm trying to catch him. He's the serial killer. Oh my god.
All right.
Continue.
Yeah, I've got a lot of promotional CDs. That's what they are.
Yeah.
And so I've got a lot of radio edits that aren't out there to find, only on these CDs.
Yeah.
And there's one song that's about 3 minutes and 3 seconds with no swearing in it.
Yeah.
That was very precise. It's around 3 minutes and 3 seconds.
Around, approximately.
Many Block Party fans will probably know what song that is if they. I don't know. But it's got no swearing in it whatsoever. There's nothing in there that should be taken out.
Mm-hmm.
But they managed to just shorten it by 10 seconds just for the radio.
Perfect.
I didn't see what the point of that was, and I'll have to re-listen to it, but I genuinely can't remember what part.
Carl, we got a song that's 3 minutes and 13 seconds. I don't think we can do it, Carl.
We've only got 2:50 left of the show.
Carl, what do we do? Carl, can we just call the band real quick and just see if they have 10 seconds they can take back? Carl.
I think the song goes on for 10 seconds longer than it should.
Carl, this song is just 10 seconds too long, Carl.
Fuck this. Honestly. But that it took me way too long to get to that one little segment I wanted to say. It wasn't that interesting.
I'm trying to help you here.
Yeah, no. I got nothing to add to that. Let's go back to Butt Party. Now for the number 2 single.
Oh no. Oh, have we really fallen this low?
Come on.
Oh man.
What would it how can it not be a show with an Englishman not doing fart jokes?
Oh man. All right. Let's do another icebreaker.
Please.
This is the new one. If you had a dazzling secret worm, what would you do?
Worm. If you had a dazzling secret worm, what would you do?
Yep. Don't tell anyone. You got a dazzling worm, and it's a secret. Shh. Don't tell anyone about my worm.
What the fuck?
David, you're blowing our cover. You're blowing our secret. This worm, it's so dazzling.
Why is it dazzling? What is it got full of sequins?
Yeah, I've glued a bunch of sequins on it, and it's gonna be in the next worm race.
RuPaul's worm race.
RuPaul's worm race. All right,
Oh.
I'm entering him, but he's a secret. Okay, like
yes,
I can't.
Girl. That is one dazzling worm.
Shh, it's a secret. Clearly, the answer to this question is David is gonna put his worm on reality television.
Look how dazzling it is. Yes, girl.
Look how dazzling my worm is. No, okay, not my worm.
Look at it come down the runway. Very slowly.
It's doing it.
It's doing it.
Let me give it a little bit of a beat. I can't do it. God damn.
Well, I get
all right,
the only
this joke
thing
is dead.
with a secret.
I'm killing the
dazzling
kazoo.
worm, yeah, I guess the only thing you can do is to not talk about it if it's so secret.
Yeah, but look, what do? You have it, and it's so dazzling. It's so dazzling,
I can't tell
David.
anyone about it. I can't sell it. I can't tell anyone about it.
Mm-mm.
I won't get any enjoyment out of a dazzling worm.
How could you not? It's dazzling. Dazzling, David.
Dazzling.
That's just jazz, dazzling, darling.
Probably just
baby
get a big hammer and put it out of its misery.
I will put you out of your misery. That's mean.
The worms look at me like, how could you do that? I'm so dazzling.
I'm so dazzling. I don't deserve this.
Although, what if you got some scissors and cut it in half? Then you'd have 2 dazzling worms.
You would have 2 dazzling words. See, that's an answer. Now that's
There you
jazz,
go.
baby. That's jazz. Now that's jazz. That's dazzling.
That's jazzling.
That's jazzling.
That's a jazzling worm right there.
I feel like dazzling is someone being like, I'm gonna take all the things I like about jazz and all the things I like about disco, put them together,
Yeah.
dazzling.
Dazzling. Right. I will make a dazzling beat.
Dazzling beat.
That is
God.
done. That is done.
I love it. I love it. Okay. One more? Because apparently David doesn't know what to do with a dazzling secret worm.
I've answered it. You haven't.
I haven't. Okay, well, if I had a dazzling secret worm, I would look at it every morning and I would say, worm, tell me your secrets. I too wish to be dazzling. And it would look at me and we would mind meld for a minute. And then the rest of the day I would be like, oh, I just need some dirt.
Yeah, like 1 hour spending time with the dazzling worm. One of your family members then comes into your room and it's just full of soil, and you're just like reeled up under the soil, your head popping out.
I'm like, it's my new home.
It's a bird. Hide. Head into the soil.
Okay, one more. I keep saying one more, and then we're gonna do one more. All right.
Come on, one more.
All right. Oh my God. Okay.
What have we
Would
got?
you rather fight a cat with shark arms,
or fuck off,
or hang on, or be bitten by a radioactive vampire?
Right. The first question I have to ask: does the cat have shark arms, or do I have shark arms and I'm fighting the cat?
So after
just to clarify from last episode.
Yeah. So after I'm not able to check it out. So after last episode, I added a couple more things into the generator, and I think that I made a distinction between fighting it with shark arms and fighting it having shark arms.
Right.
But I don't remember. I don't remember what I did. So
I think it's open to interpretation.
It's open to interpretation.
Right. Okay. Second question.
Yeah.
Does the cat have fins, or is it sharks for arms?
What if it's one of both?
What if it's one with one fin and the other with a shark for an arm, and the shark doesn't have that fin?
Yeah, and the shark is like really like cat-like sized.
Yeah.
Just real small.
And how long's the arm?
Say it's like it could walk, like if it really wanted to, but
it could pass her along.
It's mostly just there to like beat you up.
Yeah, and it just looks at you, goes, "Help me!
What is this creation Brittany and David have created?
Can't breathe.
I need water. I hate water."
That's amazing. It's a cat.
Yep.
With a shark. Shark needs water. Cat hates water.
Now here's the question: it could be a tiger, because then it would be a tiger shark.
All right. Can I reinvent it? Can we have it so it's a tiger, but it's got a slice of bread for an arm?
Sure. Why not?
And then it could be tiger bread.
Tiger bread. You know, we don't actually have tiger bread. We don't have any.
Oh, that falls down then.
I know. I've also seen giraffe bread? Is that
giraffe bread?
Yeah.
What is it? Just normal bread with a really long bit sticking out?
All right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not giraffe bread. I swear it was giraffe bread.
How do you not have tiger bread? That's one of the best loaves out there.
It might be another name just for tiger bread. Oh, okay. So I saw this. I guess I saw this a long time ago. There was a viral. Well, there was a viral thing where a little girl thought that that tiger bread should be called giraffe bread because it looks more like a giraffe. So Sainsbury did a whole like renaming thing.
Right. Wait, what did you call it?
What?
What did you call the company?
Sainsbury.
You said Sainsbury. And?
What are you going to do about it? Huh?
You said Sainsbury.
What are you going to do about it? Huh?
I'm going to call my local
Sainsbury.
No.
It's a
no.
sin.
I will call my local Sainsbury and I will get them to contact you immediately and have you put down by a cat with shark arms.
Oh my god. Okay. So I
Sandbury. Boo.
well, I know nothing about this organization, so it's like if I gave you the word Wegmans and you were like, Wegmans?
What?
The man of Weg. Sir, we must go to the giant of eagles. I'm literally only saying names of grocery stores that are like northeast. Anybody else listening across America is not going to know what I'm talking about.
Ours are pretty easy to... The rabbit scratching in the background. Ours are pretty easy to say. If I type them up for you to say, you would get them pretty easy.
Well, that's good.
But yeah, like, it is weird talking to you knowing that you will not know of any of the companies that we have here.
Absolutely
That's so odd. But at the same time, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's a different country.
Well,
but you just feel like everything's the same everywhere.
Right. Well, and I think the thing, especially for America, is like you're so used to brands being like nationwide. Like I can go to a Walmart anywhere in the country.
Yeah.
And then I know that there are Walmarts over there, but they're not like the same.
They're called Asda.
Good.
It's the same company.
Cool.
So we have Walmart here, but it's called Asda.
It just sounds like someone sneezed.
Asda!
Like, that's the new name now.
Then we got Tesco, we got Morrison's, they're the big hitters. Lidl, Lidl.
All right.
Which is a great name. Asda. As you've noticed, they're all quite short names. Wilco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what's a fun grocery store name? I don't have any near me, but they exist in the South, which I'm sure you've heard of, are Piggly Wigglies.
That's not real.
It is too real. I have been in one.
All right, well, we've got a food chain called Greg's.
Yeah, just good old Greg.
Good old Greg's, yeah.
Good old Greg's.
The blandest name in the world. It's become a food chain.
Oh, one of my favorite names of a restaurant is Eaton Park, because you don't eat then park, you park then you eat. It's not a drive-through service.
Oh, you mean as in eat in park?
Yeah, it's like spelled differently, but it's also pretty good.
It's not spelled E-T-O-N, is it?
No, it's like E-A-T-N.
No, that's what I thought you meant.
Yeah.
Eaton Park. I thought you meant.
No,
right,
Eaton.
Because that's how we say Eaton. Eaton.
Yeah. Good, I got that one down.
There you go. You're becoming British. British.
Yep. I've got it.
I'm
ready. This is my accent. I'm good at this.
You don't have Costa coffee there, do you?
We have Costco. I've never been in one though.
No, not Costco. Costco is a supermarket, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we have Costco here. No, we do. Yeah, we do.
I've never been in one. There's like an equivalent kind of in my area called Sam's Club.
Oh, I haven't read about that. Did you know what? I heard of that for the first time today, actually.
Sam's Club.
I still don't understand what it was about, but I can't remember. It was an article. But no, Costa coffee. It's like Starbucks.
Okay.
You don't have that there, then?
Probably not.
See, why do we have Starbucks, and you don't have Costa? Costa is miles ahead of Starbucks.
I think a lot of it has to do with just like the ways American brands like to expand internationally, because like there's McDonald's everywhere.
Well, Coca-Cola own Costa.
Okay.
Actually, as of last year, actually.
Okay, well maybe that's why. Maybe they made me a little time.
Costa might arrive in America soon.
I don't know. I think unless it's like really framed as something like exotic, Americans don't particularly feel the need to like really latch on to international brands, like except for like IKEA.
Well, Starbucks is a sort of. I know you can stay in and drink there, but it's not like a coffee house sort of place, is it?
No,
You get it and leave. It's one of those places.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the general vibe.
Costa's more of a place you go there to have a coffee and you sit down for like an hour with a friend.
Yeah.
It's a bit like the one we've got in my high street is a bit like the one in Friends.
Okay.
The coffee house there, yeah. I would say it's a bit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's more value, like, to me specifically, of, like, independent coffee shops, just because I specifically work in one, but also, like, I think that it's a huge part of the community. So I'd rather see, like, a bunch of, like, indie shops come in than I would rather see, like, a British coffee chain come in. Unless it was like, hey, here we are getting real British scones and real British tea, and, like, okay, I would do that as long as, but it's America. Like, that's not how it works.
I think you would love my high street where I live because there's probably about 50 shops.
Yeah.
And every 2 shops, there's a coffee shop.
Yes.
There is so many coffee shops on that high street. It's such a small high street. There's got to be about 8 or 9 or 10.
Nice.
But almost, it's not even the coffee shops. You can get coffee from any of the other shops here as well. Greg's, for example.
I'll do a coffee tasting. I'll come specifically and be like, excuse me, David, we're not hanging out. I have to check out all of this coffee. And then at the end, I'm like, David, I'm ready to see your bunnies now.
You know how people go for like a pub run? They go for all the pubs. One drink after the next one. It's all the coffee run. We're doing a coffee run.
Real quick.
Right, next one. Let's go.
just coffee shop hop. Oh, man. Okay. All right. I think we have successfully done our show. I don't know about you, but I think that I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
What does successful mean?
What is successful? It means we did it, and we didn't cry the whole time.
But was the content there again, or like I said last week, was it there?
It's all about length, David.
Like, oh yeah.
Then we decided
the girth
that.
does no matter. It's all length.
It's all length. Oh man. All right. Well,
do you want to do your ad?
I do want to do my ad. What I would like to do is I would like to put our social media back on the stream. Okay. Yes. So I'm gonna start off the fun post-show section, actually talking about an ad. We have a advertisement. That was not a word at all. All right. So, a fellow podcaster in our community, Sin Ribbon, recently published her first novel in an urban fantasy trilogy, and it's been getting great reviews. It's called 10, Part 1, an LGBT fantasy adventure about 10 individuals brought together to decide the fate of mankind, a task none of them could want less. Free will and destiny clash in this epic battle, and you can find the book on Amazon now, free for Kindle Unlimited subscribers. Read it now at bit.ly/10part1. That's bit.ly/TENPART1. If you don't follow David and myself on social media, our socials have been on the stream. But my handle pretty much everywhere is Brittany Lee Film, and you can find David Bosket Music, and Bosket_38. You can find all of our social media for Time Zones Are Hard, at Time Zone Pod on Twitter, TZH Podcast on Facebook, and we do even have a website, tzhpodcast.com. If you want to use our hashtag anywhere, you can use the hashtag Time Zones Are Hard or Too Gritty for Britty, because apparently that's still a thing.
That's still a thing.
That's still a thing. My sister says it to me probably about twice every day.
That's great. Brilliant.
Yeah. So that is definitely still a thing. We are part of the Pocket Podcast Network, which is a great network full of really cool, fun, and unique shows. There's a couple new ones added to the network and a bunch of old ones. Pretty much everything is active except for my other show, No Dice, which is still on hiatus. But now would be a great time to catch up if you want to listen to an RPG tabletop adventure. I would also recommend The Ghoul Tank, where they build a cryptid every episode. So super fun, super great. And I love this show, David. I love our dang dung dingling show. I really enjoy it.
We've come back hard.
Yeah, we come back with a vengeance. And this, I feel like this episode was a little more of our like usual like chit chat style, which is super fun.
Yeah.
Super chill.
Chit chat.
Chit chat. So maybe next week we'll bring the heat, or maybe not. Maybe we'll also chit chat again next week.
Yes.
So thank you so much to everybody watching on the stream. Thank you to everybody listening to the podcast. And until next week, I have been Brittany.
I have been David.
And we've been your very favorite transatlantic podcast, signing off. Goodbye.
See you later. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye now. Goodbye.
Goodbye. So long. Goodbye.
Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.